Hey guys, it's Simply Cynthia and welcome back to another video. Today I am super excited. I'm sure you could tell by my makeup look and the smile on my face. Today we are going to be trying out the new Pat Mcgrath Bridgerton collection, y'all. Your girl got her hands on this collection. And when I tell you guys, I got it the first time around. And as soon as I checked out, they were out of stock. Like, their collection literally just came back and restocked this weekend. So I didn't do anything beforehand because a lot of times I try to stay more affordable on my channel, but this one was calling my name and I had to try it out. If you're like me, you're frugal, you don't want to spend money on things that you can accomplish the same look with something cheaper. But y'all, ooh, these were worth it, okay? If you guys want to see how to get this makeup look and my thoughts and opinion on the whole collection, then please keep watching. Welcome back to my channel, and if you guys are excited as I am, I'm going to be sharing with you guys a look from the Pat Mcgrath Bridgerton collection. See, one thing about me is that I'm cheap, okay? I'm frugal. I use my coin very sparingly. I, for the most part, will try to get a good look affordably. But Miss Pat Mcgrath came for me during the holiday season and was like, sale. And how did I respond? Here's my coin, okay? One thing about Pat Mcgrath is that I always heard that she has really nice, great quality products, and I had always wanted to try a Pat Mcgrath palette, and I got the opportunity now. I got a couple other things during this holiday season, but honestly, the Bridgerton collection just screamed to me. So the first thing that she showed was the makeup palette, and one thing Pat is really good with, from everything I've seen on her social media, is definitely presentation. And here is the palette, which I like. It's super nice, which, look at that. It just makes you want to pick it up. Like this, I would keep this on my jewelry shelf, to be honest, because it just looks like a work of art. And then when you open it up, you get all these beautiful shades. As you can see, I've already used this a lot. This blue is everything, and we have kind of like a magenta, we got more of a fuchsia, got a nice like burgundy purple, and a couple shimmers in here. So I've used this up. Then the next thing, with the same kind of look as the eyeshadow palette, she came out with a blush trio, and it's super adorable. Look at that. And anybody can wear it. It has a very nice kind of like bubblegum pink in there, more like a neutral tone blush, and then you also have this pink iridescent shimmer here, which I've worn very frequently. Then she's not just gonna go out like that, okay? She's not gonna be like, here's the crumbs, right? No, she's gonna give you the full loaf of bread, okay? She came out with the most beautiful highlight shades that I've ever seen. When I tell you, when I first put on one of these highlights, I literally almost cried because it just looked so beautiful. The reflective in my camera, the lighting, everything was just beautiful. I'm gonna stop chit-chatting, I'm just gonna show it to you. So part of the collection are 2 single highlights. And this one, y'all, I didn't know what to think when I first saw it. I really should have done it first impressions. But look at this shade, you guys. Look at how beautiful that is. First of all, the embossing is literally everything. And the thing about this shade is that it makes you think, oh, that's gonna be silver, it's not gonna work on everybody. But literally, when you put it on like your fluffy highlighter brush, it blends in to the skin. It really makes you look like you have a glow from within, but like a 10 glow from within. And that's what I'm talking about. This works great on medium to light skin tones, I would say. And if you're tan, I think this is really gonna look good on you too. but she also came out with a gold one, which I think would complement like a deeper skin tone tan to like a darker skin tone. But I do like to use this one for eyeshadow, inner corner highlights, and also body highlight. And look at this one, guys. Honestly, presentation is key for me, and I absolutely adore these highlights. I've had so much fun with them. But outside of this collection, like I mentioned before, I got a couple of other items from Pat Mcgrath. I really wanted to try out her skin line for foundation, concealer, and even her primer. So I'm gonna dive right into that. So if you guys want to see my impression on Pat Mcgrath and if I think it's worth it, which I can already tell you it's definitely worth it, then please keep watching. So first things first is skincare. As you guys can see, I have a couple of breakouts. Have not been doing the best with my eating lately. Those of you guys that still follow me on Instagram, I know I've been gone from YouTube for a while, but I've been working on a health journey, and I've lost a significant amount of weight, about 60 pounds, and with that comes healthy eating habits, which really cleared up my skin. But I have had so much chocolate, so much dark chocolate, and it is reflecting itself in my skin. So first step for this makeup look is definitely going to be skincare. I also want you ladies to remember, breakouts are normal. This is a part of life. It happens. Don't get like really sad, upset about it. It will go away eventually. So I've been using the Shiseido. This is their power infusing concentrate. Here, as you guys can see, it's very well loved. We're about halfway through the bottle. I actually got this from influencer, and it's great for those who have textured skin, have breakouts, just to help regenerate the skin, hydrate the skin, and kind of even it out when it comes to texture. So I'll put that on. And literally 2 pumps is all that's needed. I've been using this for the last, what, 2 months, and we're only halfway through the bottle. So using the Pat Mcgrath Labs, this is their Skin Fetish Sublime Perfecting Primer. I gotta be honest, when it comes to this primer, it's not necessary. I'm just gonna say it. I love me some Pat Mcgrath, but I feel like there are cheaper options when it comes to primer than this one. If you just want to get it a part of their bundle set, girl, do it. Okay, it's not a terrible primer. I just think that it's kind of a lot for what it's doing. I'm waiting for this to kind of just like seep into the skin. I'm gonna work on my brows. Pat doesn't have any brow products at the moment, so I will be using my brow pencil by Lottie. I'm just gonna work on filling in my brows. Honestly, I would be using my Honest Beauty brow pencil, but it is literally a nub right now. I've used it to full capacity, so I need to buy a new one, but this one will do for now. I don't know if you guys have seen my brow tutorials, but this is how I like to do my brows. I like to start by brushing them up, as you do. And then I like to use kind of like a finely tipped brow pencil, and I like to outline underneath my brow like so, and then outline the top of it. Just honestly kind of like doing framework for my brows like so. And I do a couple like hair strokes in the front here, just keep things looking pretty natural. I just do hair strokes in between, just filling it in. You can also use a more like wide end brow pencil to do this if you have a lot of sparseness in between. For me, I have pretty full brows, so I really just need to do a couple hair strokes in the middle, and then I am good to go. Look at how more manicured that looks than this side. My brows are done. Now what I'm gonna go in with is working on these problem spots here. And I'll back up a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. I got the Pat Mcgrath, this is their Skin Fetish Sublime Perfecting Concealer. This is in shade M15. And I like to just place this over kind of like my dark spots here. Here. And here. I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit. I did want this to be all completely Pat Mcgrath, but that honestly wouldn't be honest as to how I do my makeup. So one of the things that I've fallen in love with lately, this is just off track from Pat Mcgrath. This is the Wet n Wild Incognito Full Coverage Concealer. I love this concealer so much. I don't feel like I see enough hype about this product on like really Instagram, TikTok. I really don't see many people talking about this product, but it is amazing, especially if you're one of those people like me who tends to use like your concealer as primers for your eyes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start working on creating a blank canvas for myself with the concealer. Pat this out. By the way, this is a Luxie small precision brush, and I absolutely love this brush for concealer. It's super soft, super comfortable, and it fits perfectly in my lid space here. I'm gonna set the concealer that I just laid down. Mind you, if you feel like you have more oily eyelids, for me, mine are pretty tan for the most part, but if you feel like you have oilier eyelids, I would definitely use an eyeshadow primer. For me, mine are pretty normal, honestly. So I'm gonna go in with this kind of just like setting powder. This is from the Sephora Contour collection, and I'm just going to just set it so there's no creasing in my concealer. Gin brush, and I'm just going to blend out the concealer that I placed over my problem areas. So let's just blend that out like so. Beautiful coverage. And if you're one of those people that's like, oh, I just wear concealer and I leave the house, like, this is definitely the concealer for you. It's doing the job, you know? All right, so we're going into the eyeshadow now. So the first eyeshadow I'm gonna use is going to be this kind of magenta color here. The embossing on these products are just so beautiful. And look at that pigment. I'm not putting any extra product on it. From here, I'm just going to kind of blend it out. Kind of want to give it like that blowout effect. No harsh lines. All right, now I'm gonna go in with this kind of burgundy shade here, and I'm just going to darken up that outer corner, sorry. And this is well, never mind, I don't know what this is. I believe this is a Morphe brush, but it's worn so much that the number is no longer listed on it. But I am just using this very like tapered blending brush, so it's specifically placed towards the outer corner here. And then to blend everything together, I'm going to take my other kind of blown out brush that we used earlier, and I'm just going to use whatever's left on here. I'm not adding anything else to it. So blend these two out. All right, so now we kind of have the outer corner situated. I think I want to go in with this kind of like purpley shade here, but I also feel like I'm going to mix it with the blue. I think that'll be really pretty. So look at that, guys. When I tell you, this feels so soft on the eyes. And I might add, actually scratch that, because this looks really pretty. I think I'm gonna leave the purple in the on the lid space, and then I'll use the blue as like an inner corner highlight. Time to finish the face makeup here. So I've let the primer sit, I've let the concealer sit. Now I'm going to do foundation. So I'm using the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfecting foundation. This is in shade light medium 13 here. And if you're one of those people who prefers full coverage, I'll be 100% honest with you right now, this is not that product for you. If you want to build up the coverage, I would say using the concealer first, kind of like what I did here by covering up my dark spots and breakouts. But if you go in straight with only this foundation, honestly, you're gonna be a little bit disappointed. This is definitely more so of one of those runway foundations, I would say, for people who have minimum breakouts. They're just trying to like get going. This is gonna be that product for them. But if you're trying to do like some hardcore full coverage, girl, don't do it. So I'm just gonna add this here, and one pump here. And I like to work in sections. I'm also using my Elamar Cosmetics brush. This is actually a bronzer brush, but I prefer it for foundation just because it's super duper soft on my skin. And it also gives my skin like a nice, like hydrated, luminous look, this foundation. Like look at that. That's why I absolutely love this foundation. It may not be full coverage, but giving you a healthy looking complexion, I would prefer. Look at that. Or concealer. So I'm definitely gonna go back in with my Pat Mcgrath. Here I just place it towards the center of my under eyes. And y'all, we going in with the Wet n Wild. I love the coverage that this Incognito concealer gives. Honestly, I should just do a full video on this Wet n Wild concealer because it is just so beautiful. The coverage is absolutely everything. Going back in with that precision brush and blending out. And even with my concealer, like I mentioned, we're going to be adding eyeshadow underneath here. So I really don't need to bring it up too high. The eyeshadow itself will do the job of covering up any dark circles, anything that I missed in the concealer process and foundation process. Time to set under the eyes. I am using my Pat Mcgrath, what is this? Perfecting setting powder in shade light medium 2. I do like that Pat gives you suggestions based off your skin tone for both concealer and setting powder. That way you're not getting anything too light or too dark for your skin tone, because that's not cute. Set under my eyes, and look at how it just sets underneath the eye. I'm gonna do the same thing here. The only issue that I have with this powder, and honestly this is just me, this is a Cynthia issue, it's not a powder Pat Mcgrath issue. It's so finely milled, y'all. This powder is so finely milled that when I'm like setting powder around my nose and stuff or around my mouth, it literally just inhaling it. So a lot of times I just have to like hold it in for a hot second, like my breath, because you will hear me hacking over here, be like like it's not cute. We're not like baking or anything, so I'm gonna go in anything excess, sweeping away. There's no need for me to bake, especially right now. My skin's not super oily, anything like that. It's pretty normal. We're gonna leave it alone. All right, now we're gonna work on underneath the eyes like I mentioned before. So whatever I did to the top outside of the lid, I'm gonna do on the bottom lash line. So I'm going in with this detailing brush by Moda Pro Brush Company. And I'm gonna take that fuchsia, well, magenta tone, and I'm just going to smoke out the bottom lash line with it. And with that burgundy shade, and just going to smoke the corner lash. And I want to make sure that it's connecting to where the eyeshadow top ends here. And then I'm going to do my detailing brush. And then I'm going to go back in with my detailing brush and just blend everything out. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, like I mentioned before, I'm gonna add the blue shimmer to the inner corners here. I'm using, this is just a smaller, honestly I think this is a lip brush for like applying lipstick. However, it's small enough to fit in my inner corner here. So I'm just gonna add blue shimmer here, and look how pretty that is. All right guys, so I set my face and I also bronze, well not bronze, more like did a contour. Again, I use the Sephora contouring palette. I actually am really obsessed with this palette. I feel like the combination of the blending, both the lighter tone here with the little bit like more like red undertone works perfectly for my skin. I've been battling with trying to find the correct shadow color for me because I don't need the cool tone. It just does not work for me, and I think this looks really nice. And oh my gosh, look at that cheek. We haven't even done anything to the cheeks yet, but now I'm gonna go in with that Trio palette that I mentioned before here. Because we're using a lot more purple I don't know why I like totally forgot the word purple. I want to kind of stick with that kind of vibe, and I'm gonna go in more with this neutral shade here. And I'm just gonna take my fluffy, this is actually a highlighter brush, this is a Luxie tapered highlighter brush, but I'm gonna use it for blush today. And I'm going to just slightly build up, because one thing about Pat Mcgrath is that things are pigmented, so it's better to use a lighter hand and build up to the pigment that you want than to just slap it right on. So I'm just going to add that up here. This also has a sheen to it, this one, the kind of like neutral tone one. That alone, y'all, the cheek, this alone is doing things, okay? I feel if you really want that just glow within, like, oh, I'm blushing, but this is my natural glow, y'all. This one right here, this is it. And last but not least, here, I'm gonna take this tapered, this is like a really tapered highlighting brush, and we're gonna go in with the silvery highlight. And oh y'all, just wait, look at that. Oh. this side, just for a little extra oomph to the skin. Cupid's bow. And on my forehead here. Alright, you guys, so your girl is back. I have completed this makeup look. For the lipstick, I used Dose of Colors Cork lip liner to kind of give my pout a much fuller look. I already have naturally big lips, but we just want to emphasize a little bit more. And then I used MAC Satin Lipstick Brave, and I topped that off with Mellow Cosmetics Push. And when I tell you guys I love this stuff, I absolutely love this shade. It's pretty much gone at this point, so I'm gonna have to buy another one soon. And the lashes that I am wearing are by Kiss. These are their these were their True Volume Pumped Up Effect lashes in style Ritzy. I absolutely love these. They give me a nice fuller look without it looking like redonkulous. Like I would go on a date with these lashes. Yeah, I would go on a date with these lashes. So this is my final look, and now time for my overall opinions of the Bridgerton collection. This eyeshadow palette is absolutely everything. I love this palette. I love the shades. I love how you can do multiple looks with it. I've done an all blue look, I've done a purple look, I've done more emphasis on the pink fuchsia look as well, so you can get a lot of looks out of just these 6 colors. So I definitely love this makeup palette. The trio here is so bomb. I absolutely love how, you know, these shades can work on multiple different skin tones. I also like how this medium blush here can give your skin a nice natural highlight look, glow from within. If you just don't want to have like a padow highlight, you can just have something natural. This is definitely going to be in my makeup kit going forward. And now for the highlight. This highlight is my baby. I absolutely love this highlight so much. I really can't wait to wear it in the summertime when the sun is out. Let it catch me on the right day. Let the sun catch me on the right day. I'm gonna be blinding folks, okay? I absolutely love this collection. I love the foundation, the concealer, the setting powder, all of it. I definitely think that this Pat Mcgrath collection as a whole, it's definitely worth it, and all the products that I used on it. The only downside I would say is that if you're looking for a full coverage look, maybe the foundation isn't it, but we're mostly here for the eyeshadow and the Bridgerton collection anyway. So overall, this is my makeup look. Look at that cheek. Look at that cheekbone though. It's just anyway, the highlight just, it throws me every time I move my face. You can see just a natural glow. It's not giving me a weird cast. It's blending in perfectly with the foundation and with my skin. I absolutely feel beautiful with this makeup look. So let me know guys down below what you think of my makeup look, and if you guys are going to try the Bridgerton collection by Pat Mcgrath, or if you've already tried, let me know what your favorite combination was, if you lean more towards the blue or if you move towards the pink. All right, I'm happy to be back and doing videos. I'll try to stay more consistent, but again, as always, be brave, be beautiful, and always be you, because it's hard out here. And until next time, bye guys.